Radio.
Well, a very good afternoon to you, and welcome to today's episode of Xandermonium, the talk show that gets you talking. Of course, I'm your host, Xander Gibb, and on today's show, we will be talking to the one, the only, the fabulous Todd Michael Chultz about the Road to Pop Stardom. More to come about Todd in a mere moment. So, as per usual, you can interact with us during the show in the chat room at the bottom of the show page, or you can call us with your questions for Todd on 347-884-9061. That's 347-884-9061. And Todd has generously offered to give every caller that calls in today a digital copy of his album. So well worth calling in with a question and get your free copy of Good Vibrations, the debut album of Todd Michael Chultz. You can also get us on Twitter if you want to ask Todd a question and you're a little bit scared to call in. You can tweet me at Xander Gibb, Xandergibb. That's capital X and capital G. And if you want to tweet Todd, please make sure you follow us both too. Please follow Todd at Todd Mike Chultz. That's ToddMikeSchultz. That's at Todd Mike Chultz. So I really have to nominate this week's Wanker of the Week, which is a new thing we're going to do on Xandermonium. You can email us radio@xandergibb.biz. That's radio@xandergibb.biz with your nominations for Wanker of the Week. So my nomination this week, and definitely the winner by far, is the Reverend Pat the Twat Robertson, who on one of his Crazy Christian TV shows recently said, and I quote, this was when he was discussing if it was okay for a gentleman who was dying with AIDS, his words, not mine, not living with HIV, he was dying with AIDS, not to reveal his status to kindly Christian folks who were transporting him to and from the hospital. Pat the Twat Robertson said it was okay for him not to reveal his status unless he was gonna have sex with them. What is this guy on? I think he really must be senile. He said, went on to say that there are gangs of gays going around with rings that have something on the side that makes you cut your finger and then you will be infected with the AIDS virus. Now, this is the latest piece of ridiculous BS, an unfounded propaganda from the Pat the Twat Robertson camp. Now, I'm a bit pissed about this. This is clear proof that the man needs to be medicated. I'm all for having opinions, but when you preach an opinion as fact-based that is clearly flawed logic, we run the risk of it becoming even more ignorant than Pat the Twat Robertson. So get a grip, sir, and take your senility meds. You are this week's Xandermonium Wanker of the Week. Now we're going to get a sound effect to play for that. It will be coming soon. But if you want to nominate someone for Wanker of the Week, as I said, all you have to do is email us at radio@xandergibb.biz, or you can tweet me and tell me who your nomination is for Wanker of the Week. But this week, it happens to be the Reverend Pat the Twat Robertson and his group of Christian crazies. Okay, so I think my guest is on hold. right now, so we'll start the introduction. So Todd Michael Schultz is a 20-something aspiring pop star, or should I say a fucking pop star in his own words. The more I hear of this guy's music, I am left scratching to my head as to why pop shite like One Direction have a deal and he doesn't. Maybe Head is the reason why One Direction has a deal and he doesn't right now, allegedly. So today we're going to talk with Todd about the Road to Pop Stardom and his ongoing walk along that road. As advertised, we will be taking calls, and Todd will be giving away copies, digital copies of his album, Good Vibrations, and we will also be giving away some copies, digital copies of the Platinum Prequel, my album. So we'll be taking your calls after we've had a bit of a chat with Todd on 347-884-9061. So without further ado, welcome back to the show, a good friend of Xandermonium, Todd Michael Schultz. Are you there, Todd?
I'm here. What's up?
Hi. Good afternoon. How are you?
I'm doing awesome.
How's the weather in LA? Is the sun shining?
It's gorgeous out here. It's warm, it's clear, it's sunny, and I can see the smog in the city from here. I'm on the 11th floor of West Hollywood.
Wonderful. It's just what you want, isn't it? Sun, warmth, and smog.
It's quite gorgeous.
So how are things going with you? You recently had a little bit of a birthday. How did that go?
Well, I turned 27, and I'm not really huge on birthdays. I was recording for my birthday. I'm recording some new music for this horror film coming up. It's called Girl House, and I'm going to at least have one track in there. But I was recording a new track for that, and we'll see if that. Hopefully, it'll be a great birthday, and they'll use it for the end credits, and that will definitely make my birthday much better. But I'm really happy that I'm recording.
What is the film called?
The song is called Brace Yourself. It's definitely a new direction for me. It's funny, I did Good Vibrations all this summer, but I've been just recording so much this summer that I'm already starting to grow, because when you do something repetitively, especially with music, and that's why I really wanted to come on and talk about the road to quote unquote pop stardom, because it's a road that I'm traveling along, and I think of pop stardom, and I just want to clear this up. Being a pop star is basically having popular music, just having any sort of hit song. I would call Eminem's a massive pop star. I would call even one-hit wonders pop stars. That's kind of my definition. Is just anybody who's singing pop music. They're pop stars.
So are One Direction pop stars?
Absolutely, they're huge pop stars. They
wow.
might be the quintessential type of pop star. They might be the more understood version of a pop star. But I think being a pop star all starts from the inside. It's like
right.
My friend Joe likes Tina Fey, and he was telling me that Tina Fey said, I didn't get good at comedy because I was just good at it. I didn't become a comedic person because I was good at it. I became good at it because I had the desire to become good at it. And I think that I have the desire to be a recording artist, on a bigger level for a career, and it's what I'm putting all my energy into.
So let's break that down a little bit more, because I think most people think being a singer and a songwriter just involves that you write the song and maybe record it. But for unmanaged acts like yourself, like you and I, it's a lot more in depth than that, because you're responsible for everything, aren't you? You're responsible for the marketing, you're responsible for getting your photographs done. There's no one there kind of wiping your ass and doing the usual things that a manager would do when you're a self-managed act. Tell us a little bit about the other things that you have to do besides sitting down at the piano, besides the creative.
Right, besides the easy part.
Absolutely.
Well, I think that, to get into entertainment, I think takes quite a bit of courage. I think it takes thick skin. I'm sure we've all heard that, but I've had a lot of press. I had a publicist. I was working with a publicist, and he put out the story on New Now Next as an example. And so it's like publicity. Publicity is marketing, and publicity is one huge aspect of it that you're responsible for. And I don't have any training in that. And I guess I just nowadays we see blogs, we see like Gawker is one of my favorite blogs, and that's the kind of a goal of mine is to get on Gawker somehow, just however I have to do it. And so
right.
Publicity, so I've taken it upon myself to plant, for better or worse, get a publicist to plant stories. And
right.
this recent one was, it was somewhat humiliating, I have to admit. It was the title was How Bret Easton Ellis Saved Todd Michael Schultz. And
yeah, I saw that.
You know what? But so here's the thing. I'm a little humiliated by it, but at the same time, it's part of the gig. It's part of the gig is to just exploit yourself and to get out there because if you fail, try again. You have to keep trying, and you just can't live with the regret. So I don't. I'm starting to learn how to embrace all publicity. They say no publicity is bad publicity. So I'm starting to learning to embrace that. It takes a lot of courage, like I said. So I think the road to pop stardom is paved with courage, and it's hard. It's like go ahead.
No, I was just going to say you have to be constantly whoring yourself out, and you have to be getting this kind of media attention, and some of it's controversial. And there is a school of thought that the all publicity is good publicity, but I'm kind of not sure if that's true. How many people want to buy your album if you're, crawling out of a club, off your tits on X at 5 a.m?
Right.
I don't know. Maybe it will make people buy your album, but I don't know, really.
There's a lot of darkness that follows around the artist, artists of all kinds, and because it's a very fragile place to be, is to want to be successful based off of your creations. It's
right.
You're giving other people the power in a way. It's like it's uncertain, but that you're right. You're right about all publicity. People don't want to see, they don't want their pop stars to be, like drunk or addicts it's difficult. I think that a lot of people in music, we struggle with substances because they're so integral to like the conceit of an artist. For some reason.
Absolutely, and it's so readily available. Drugs are the quickest way to friendship with a pop star or anyone that's even remotely famous, and I think that's scary because when things are readily available, it's kind of it's easier to slide down that slippery slope. If you've got to kind of drive out to the dregs of humanity to buy these things, I think it's going to be a little bit less likely that you're going to want to do it so often, but
there's the term slippery slope for a reason because it's a downhill slope. It's always a slope, and you always end up in the ravine or in the bottom.
Absolutely, and it's not just with things like it's not just kind of like illegal drugs. I know in the celebrity world that there are a lot of people that are addicted to prescription medication, but you wouldn't know it. Look at Michael Jackson. For instance, Michael Jackson was addicted to pain medication, apparently, and this was part of his whole issue. But I think that some doctors are very unscrupulous and they will write prescriptions like willy-nilly, at random, without making sure that you're not abusing
prescriptions in LA for probably everywhere in this country are too easy to get. I think. I think that psychiatrists have become drug dealers, and it's if you really want to stay straight in there, not heterosexual. you really want to stay, clean especially when you're trying to go for something as precarious and difficult as pop stardom. It's not a time to be high. It's a time for other people to be high and you to be not high.
Because you can't. Some people feel that smoking weed enhances the writing process, and I see that. I totally accept that. It kind of frees your mind and enables you to do it. But I've never heard of anybody being able to write a great song when they're on cocaine, because you think that if you've got shit on your head, you think it's artistic if you're off your face on coke. So
absolutely.
It kind of depends what your drug of choice is. So let's so what we're going to do now, let's play the first one of your songs. We're going to play.
Awesome.
We're going to play "Stranger to This Feeling." If you want to tell us a little about the song before we go into it, and then we'll take a listen.
"Stranger to This Feeling" is it sort of paved. It's the first track I recorded with my new producer. And it kind of marked the beginning of my transformation into somebody taking action to achieve my goals, which are to have pop stardom, to travel on that road. So the feeling is empowerment, I would say, if I had to say what the feeling was. All right, let's hear it.
So this song is "Stranger to This Feeling" by Todd Michael Schultz.
I need something new. Got a list in my head, and I've been thinking about you. Told me I could never do it. Now I want you to help me prove it. Now we're looking at the spotlight. Neither one of us is moving. You're looking at me like it's too tight. It's too tight. In my head, I'm a stranger to this feeling. Don't stop now. I just got my feet away. In my heart, I know it's been deceiving. You're gonna sing it until they hear us out. In my eyes, I see everything is see-through. I was alone, but now I got you. In my head, I'm a stranger to this feeling. This feeling. This feeling. This feeling. I've gotta give it up. Gotta let it go. 'Cause I can't fake it anymore. Gonna make it mine. You can't take it. You gotta leave it behind. Now we're looking at the spotlight. And neither one of us is moving. You're looking at me like it's too tight. It's too tight. In my head, I'm a stranger to this feeling. Don't stop now. I just got my feet away. In my heart, I know it's been deceiving. You're gonna sing it until they hear us out. In my eyes, I see everything is see-through. I was alone, but now I got you. In my head, I'm a stranger to this feeling. This feeling. This feeling. This feeling. This feeling. This feeling. This in my head, I'm a stranger to this feeling. In my heart, I know it's been deceiving. Until they hear us out. In my head, I'm a stranger to this feeling. Don't stop now. I just got my feet away. In my heart, I know it's been deceiving. You're gonna sing it until they hear us out. In my eyes, I see everything is see-through. I was alone, but now I got you. In my head, I'm a stranger
That was
Yeah.
Stranger to by Todd Michael Schultz from the album Good Vibrations. You know, that's actually my favorite song from the album.
I do. You told me that. That's awesome. I think it rocks. It was the first song I recorded on the album, and I wrote it for this producer. We really worked together on it, and it turned out great. And the feedback on that song has been so awesome. And I really like the video too. Check out the video. It's on YouTube.
Absolutely. Yeah, I've seen the video to it. I would like to hear that played in a club. That would be awesome, to kind of like hear it, played.
It was awesome to hear it actually on Xandermonium.
Absolutely. I'm sure the listeners enjoyed it too. I think that partly why that's my favorite song, not just because it's a really good song, but I have this love affair with electro. I like the electro edge on music. It really kind of gets my creative juices flowing, as it were.
Absolutely. This was written totally to be an electronic pop song. That was the intention.
Fabulous. So let's talk a little bit about the VMAs.
Oh my God.
I thought this year they were kind of odd. I don't know about you. It seemed a little disjointed for me. It didn't seem that well put together this year.
Yeah, I mean, it's nothing compared to the days when like Britney and NSYNC would go on and just have these like solid acts to perform, and it was just like there was just no mistakes, and it was not even no mistakes. It was so clean and tight, and the show was tight. Like the way they opened it up to like an audience, like they just opened it up too much. It is messy. It's a little messy.
Yeah,
and Miley was just that was. I mean, I'm not saying this because everyone else said it, but when I was watching it, I just was like, what is going on here? Like, Miley Cyrus is super talented. I don't know what this is. It seemed unrehearsed.
I think there's a bit of something going on with Miley Cyrus, that she wants us to forget she was Hannah Montana, and she wants us to know that she's a woman now. She's like a chick, and I think that really came across in her VMA performance. But I think it was a bit much, and Robin Thicke came under criticism for allowing her to rub his ass against her.
You know what? She's 20 now, and she's awesome. I have to say, Miley Cyrus is quite awesome, and her voice is great. I don't really understand the whole child star turned adult star. This seems to be a pattern, I guess, for that archetype.
But I think everyone's waiting for it, aren't they? Really, everyone's waiting for it to go down the Amanda Bynes route and flip.
God, man. Yeah. I just don't understand why sexuality is such a. Why does that represent growing up? I just feel. I guess. I don't know. I just don't really. I don't want to sell. I've been told that I need to start selling sex more. I love making music and I like writing lyrics. I just don't have that gut feeling to sell my sexuality.
I think it's an unfortunate thing that with music there's always got to be this sexual edge, and I think that this kind of like I don't want to be a cookie what's it called like a cutout cookie person singer. I want to be my own singer, but there are still kind of like these boundaries that you have to kind of work in, and I think that that's really unfortunate. But I've always maintained that your audience will find you and not the other way around, which I'm thankful for in a way because, I think it's hard enough to... What?
Hopefully they'll call in, too. Hopefully they'll find this.
Yeah, absolutely. Let me give that number out again. It's 347-884-9061. That's 347-884-9061. Don't forget, everyone that calls in today will receive a free digital copy of Todd's album, Good Vibrations.
Good Vibrations, baby.
Work in and give us a call. Do you know what I actually thought was more shocking on the VMAs was that Oh, what's his name? Justin Timberlake only had, NSYNC on for 5 seconds. I mean, obviously he's done better than anyone else in NSYNC. You know, the rest are working at Walmart, and Lance Bass is getting it up on Broadway and things like that. And I think that one of them's working as an Avon representative, but he really should have. Obviously I jest, but I think he should have given them a little bit more time, don't you?
Absolutely. They were fantastic, too. I have to say, they weren't on long, but they were great. I thought so.
I think the criticisms of them getting fat and stuff like this, I live tweeted throughout the VMAs, and I commented, I'm fat, so I've got the right to call other people fat, about how weight Joey Fatwone, I don't know how you pronounce it. Is it Fatwone or Fatwone had put on? But I think that they still sounded very good, and this is the thing about a singer, you should be basing on how well they sing. There's far too much. I know style has to match content, but I think there's too much emphasis based upon how someone looks,
Yeah, I mean, I guess that's the business that it is. I feel like women generally get it a lot worse than men, but I mean, I don't know. I think it was shocking for people to realize NSYNC was like, they were kind of, a lot of them were a little bit older when they were doing it. In the midst of NSYNC, like Chris Kirkpatrick was like probably like at 30 or 27, I think he was when they hit, but he's probably like 40 something now. And Joey Fatone is too, and they still did it though. It's just I don't know. It should be inspirational, I think.
Of course. I think the other thing that really pissed me off about that was that I don't think One Direction. I think they're pretty good, but for me it's what I call bubblegum pop. However, they're not my favorite, but I was kind of pissed that they went out and got booed. They're from a different country. They're from the United Kingdom. And it was so disrespectful for them to be booed at the VMAs. I mean, that really kind of pissed me off. Even Lady Gaga was commenting on after how rude it was for people to boo One Direction. I don't know what you think of them, but I still don't think they deserve that kind of response.
I know. I mean, I don't think they do. I think they're talented. They had a little. I think they had a little bit of luck, and they had a lot of bit of drive, and they're working hard, and I think that, I don't know. It's hard with these pop acts. They really disrupt the balance of the business, and it's just they make it. They're so big, and they just sort of sweep everything.
And of course, I think blowing music
overwhelming. What?
It's nothing to do with them blowing the right music executives, is it?
Well, I mean, either literally or metaphorically. I'm very anxious to see if there's a gay one.
I think they're all pretty gay. My niece, who lives in the UK, follows them and says that they're not. However, we do fight about whether this. Have you heard of Ollie Murs? Murs.
Yeah, Ollie Murs.
Ollie Murs. He's pretty big in the UK, but I'm convinced he's gay. But my niece says no, he's not. And it takes a fact to know a fact, but I'm sure he's bendable, shall we say? Oh, we have a caller. Let's take a call. Hi there, you're live on Xandermonium. What's your name and where are you calling from?
Hey, this is Kenneth from LA.
What's up, Kenneth?
Hi, Kenneth. How are you?
Hey, I'm good. How are you?
I am
Kenneth
fabulous.
is a friend of mine, actually. He's also a singer.
Oh, your friend's. So are you telling me you didn't give your friend Kenneth a copy of your album and he has to call in to get it?
I'm actually sending it to him right as we speak.
Fabulous.
I've bought a copy, but.
Oh, well, yeah, free one too. Why not? I have two.
That's always good. So, are you a singer too?
I am, yes.
Cool.
Kenneth knows about
kind
the
of
Road to
stuff?
Pop Stardom.
What?
Kenneth knows about the Road to Pop Stardom. We're both kind of traveling it.
Are you and do you have an album out too, Kenneth?
Not yet. It comes out on the 1st of October.
Cool. What's it called?
Fall Apart.
Fall Apart.
And
You'll have to come on and tell us about it. What genre is it?
Actually, I'm actually working with Todd's the whole reason why my record is coming out. So it's actually the same kind of sound, and he actually wrote one of the songs for the record. So
he did. It's very exciting.
It is. It's awesome. It's one of my favorites.
What kind of things are challenging for you on this road? What are you finding most difficult on this road to pop stardom?
Oh, me? Do you want to take that one, Todd?
I know. I was asking you.
I don't know. I came out here from Montana, so I didn't really know much about anything. In a way, that's good, and in a way, that's bad, because coming from where I come from, I don't have qualms about talking to people. I just go up to people and say, "Hey, this is what I'm doing here." And it's been good and bad, but I don't know. It's just I'm older. I'm actually older than Todd, and so people assume that because
and Todd is so old. I mean, he's like 27.
I'm the 27-year-old.
Oh,
I know.
So young. But I think people, well, in the industry, especially in the pop world, and even more so with gay artists. It's like once you hit a certain age, it's like you're dead. You should, and that's one of the things that I'm trying to fight. Or you have to be, completely abbed out and willing to take your clothes off to sell music, and that's not really something that I think either Todd or myself or one. Exactly, yeah. Todd was just talking about that, and it's something that I think is, I don't understand why people have to do that. Like, I hear some of the artists, and they're so. I mean, maybe it's because they can't sing, and that's why they take their clothes off. But
Miley can sing. Miley can sing.
Miley can sing. I knew one of the girls on that show, and I have always loved Miley. So it was a little creepy watching her on the VMAs, just because I'm like, oh, that's not how I'm used to seeing her. But she's still there's no denying that the girl is talented. So.
It was kind of like your little niece, stripping off, wasn't it? It was like, put your clothes on, Miley. And I'm always left with this dilemma. Who is the better singer, Miley Cyrus or Hannah Montana?
Hannah Montana.
I would have to see. I'm from the country, so I think Miley.
The Climb is Miley Cyrus's, I think, her masterpiece of a single. The Climb is one of the best. Whatever
that song was she sang on the VMAs was a million miles away from Under the Sea, wasn't it? Not Under the Sea. SpongeBob SquarePants at the bottom of the ocean, wasn't it? Not Under the Sea.
Oh yeah, bottom. I remember that song. But see, my favorite one that she did was Dream from the Hannah Montana soundtrack, and that's one that I've always just really loved.
I'll have to check that one out.
Yeah, I mean, I think she's very good, but I think there's always this trouble with crossover from being, like Todd said, from going from being a kid star to being an adult star, because people can't forget who you were, what you did before,
Well, and I actually have a friend that's going through stuff like that. She was an actress back in the 80s. She was a child actress, and she's tried to transition into being an adult actor, but people see that one thing that she did, and that's what they hold on, and then no one really gives you a chance. I mean, look at, Tiffany is the same kind of example. She was, I think we're alone now, and when she did, I think, an album in 2000, The Color of Silence, people, before they knew it was Tiffany, thought it was incredible. Billboard did a 3-page write-up on it, but then once they found out it was Tiffany, everybody just shrugged it off, and, it's the mall girl. And she had to pose for Playboy to get people to take her seriously, and it's kind of sad that they have to do that.
I think that this is the thing. I think this is where we've lost it between actually recognizing talent and expecting the whole package to be as good as the singer, and also kind of, forgetting what people have done before. I mean, some people have been able to do it, like Madonna, to a different extent, Lady Gaga. I mean, Madonna kind of like changed constantly. She was ever, like chameleonic with her persona and stuff. But I think
she's
some
a strong
people
person.
Yeah.
Very strong. I think some people are just not allowed to, to grow up and move on. But I in a way, I kind of like, I actually champion people like Miley Cyrus because she got out there and basically said, "Fuck you. This is what I'm doing now. Take it, bitch."
And see, I like that. I think that's the right attitude to have. So.
I thought her hair looked ridiculous. Though. Come on.
Yeah, the hair was a little frightening.
What the hell was the costume about? I mean, and choosing Robin Thicke to rub your ass against. I mean, wow,
Well, see, I would have personally chosen one of the One Direction boys, but I guess whatever floats your boat. If she likes, older guys,
the question is,
it's for her.
The question is, which one?
I like older guys. Which one?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, of the One Direction guys. I mean, they're all pretty hot.
Zayn.
I mean, that Harry Styles is going out with a woman that's twice his age, so we know he likes them older. So he's obviously going to be interested in me before you guys.
Older, wiser.
Yeah. See, I had a crush on Liam. I thought he was the cutest one.
Right. Well, I know they listen to this show, so if you want to give them a shout out, feel free to do so.
What up, 1D?
Hey.
Okay, Kenneth. Thanks so much for calling. And
thanks, Kenneth.
If you add me on Facebook, stuff we'll promote your album release for you. We'll link it and stuff.
Oh, perfect. Thank you, guys. You guys I'll keep listening. Have a good day.
Peace out, Kenneth.
Brilliant. Have a good day, Kenneth. Take care.
Oh, you too. Bye.
Bye. That was Kenneth, a friend of, what's his last name? Todd.
Kenneth Mogan. You can look him up.
Kenneth
He's doing some press right now for his new album, and I wrote one of the songs, and that's also I don't know if I mentioned this, but a big reason why I'm pursuing pop stardom is because I'm a songwriter, and that's always been my passion, and that's what my real goal is, to become just a successful songwriter. I've written a few theme songs for cartoons, and I wrote for Kenneth as an artist, and I love writing for artists. I love writing songs, and a lot of big songwriters, made their way as artists.
Right.
So that's
so
always
tell
been
us, we're going to listen to another song.
Sweet.
But right after, what I'd like you to tell us a bit about is that writing process, how it kind of works for you. We also have another call of it. We'll listen to a song first. This song is called Go For It. Tell us a little bit about that before we play it, Todd.
I think Go For It explains itself. It's about going for it. It's about embracing yourself and embracing your vision and going for it. I thought it would be a great workout song, and maybe like a gym would be able to license it for like a commercial,
Brilliant.
a gym commercial.
Yeah, or for even for TV advertising or anything you want to pay them to use it for. Just
exactly. Hit me up.
This
Todd
is
Michael
Go For It album, Good Vibrations. Yep, ToddSchultz.com. And this is Go For It. And right after, we'll take the next call that's online.
Go for it. Go for it. I've been out, I wanna put some time. Now you've been waiting for me to come and shut it down. I ain't waiting around any longer. I ain't looking out of my fear. caught my eye. And now I'm out and I'm feeling fine. And I could stand up to the test of time. And I saw you, and you caught my eye. Go for it, go for it. Feel the way you move. Go for it, go for it. You got the power. I don't wanna run away from you. I just wanna feel the lightning too. Go for it, go for it. You got the power.
Well, that was Go For It from the album Good Vibrations by Todd Michael Schultz. Another fabulous track there, Todd.
Thank you, Xander. Thank you.
Let's before we talk a little bit more about writing, let's take this caller. Hi there, you're live on Xandermonium. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Hello, Xander. It's Vincente.
Hi, Vincente. How are you? Do you remember Vincente, Todd? She was on last time you were on with Ty.
Yeah, of course. How's it going, Vincente?
All right,
Farewell
thank you.
to
Are you?
I'm great. How's the singing?
Great, thank you. I'm in New York at the minute. I've come all the way from England. So we met up with Xander last night, me and my friend Nige, and we did a bit of karaoke, and it was a good night. Got in at 5 o'clock in the morning. It was cool. Thanks, Xander.
Hope you didn't
You're
worry
welcome,
too hard.
you dirty little stop-outs. So what has been your biggest challenge on the road to your particular pop stardom, Vinny?
What's been the most? Do you know what it is with me? I think it's my nerves more than anything.
Right.
I don't think anything will be very, very challenged getting over this and not worrying getting lyrics. The guy, he spoke to me, and he got quite famous bands, and he mentioned about stage, your brain feeling, and you know what, it worked, because that's all I kept, that's all I kept like saying to myself in my mind, and it works. So yeah, I'd say my nerves would be the biggest thing.
I think a lot of people kind of suffer with that, and apparently there's a medical reason for it, that you get like an adrenaline rush, which kind of makes you nervous. But that does dispel. Do you find that too, Todd, with live performance?
Absolutely. I haven't done a lot of live performance, and that's been a difficult thing too. Actually, just getting the performances. A lot of it's pay to play, and it's hard. I mean, I don't want to. It's hard to sort of commit to that when you're not sure that you can get the audience there. So I have to say that on the Road to Pop Stardom, one of the difficulties is figuring out your game plan and how much is performance going to. I mean, we live in a digital world now, and they're online, and but I think that I need to get out there and start performing. But when I have. Yes, there's a shot of adrenaline that takes about probably a minute to go away, and then it usually does go away. And it's maybe it's part of the fun. It's part of the excitement. Life is an uncertain game, and it's a dream. It would be a dream come true to be a big pop star. So it's just part of the. It's got to be part of it, right? It's part of the struggle.
Absolutely, and I think. A few techniques that I've been taught, a couple of things which I think are really funny. When I was first told about it made me laugh. Apparently, if you actually picture all of the audience naked, it gives you a sense of power over them.
Oh, is that what that does?
Dispel. Well, I mean, I'm always imagining people. I mean, I'm imagining you naked right now as we speak, Todd. So,
I am naked right now.
You are naked right now. Well, fabulous.
I am naked.
And the other thing is that they say if you look to the back of the room when you're performing, you actually kind of look over the audience. And the funny thing is that I find when I do that, people say, Hey, I saw you looking at me while you were singing, and I wasn't. I was like looking at the back of the room. All right, I was looking at them, picturing they were naked. But they're just like a couple of tips. But I think the more you do it, the better you get performing. Really, Vinny. I think the more you perform, the less nerve-wracking it is. Because if you're kind of confident in your skill, if you know your voice is good and you're a good singer, people say about forgetting the words and stuff, but the thing is that learn the words, cement them in your mind. One of the best ways to learn lyrics is to actually write them out, because the process of actually writing out the lyrics, you have to actually process them on what they are and what they say to actually write them down on paper, even if you're just copying. So that's another way to kind of get it into your head and cement the lyrics, as it were. So, have you got any performances booked in the near future, Vinny?
I haven't a clue. I'm waiting on Ty to tell me what's happening next.
Right.
He's hoping for a world tour. I don't know if he's mentioned it to you, but hopefully he wants to come over to New York as well.
And she's from the group Farewell to Arms, right?
Farewell to Alchemy.
Farewell to Alchemy, sorry. Farewell to Alchemy. Oh, my God, I'm so sorry.
Yeah,
Farewell to Alchemy. I was just watching your video up today. I was watching Ty's video.
Oh, yeah, I watched that today. I watched that video today, too. And I was saying that I think the cameraman must be gay because there are so many crotch shots in that.
Ty's crotch.
Did you notice that, too, or is it just me? Am I just a pervert?
Well, I'm not gonna say you're not a pervert.
Well, I never said that I wasn't. I said did you was.
I wasn't pervy because I'm straight. And I said I can't say that I was pervy because he's like me. He's like me Uncle Ty, you see. So I can't really say that.
Brilliant. Well, listen, Vinny, thanks so much for calling, and I look forward to catching up with you in New York City next week.
All right.
All right. Thanks a lot. Take care.
Thank you very much. See you later, Todd.
See you later, Vinny. Thanks for calling.
Bye. Don't know what that was. It sounded like a car horn or something. We were going to talk a little bit about the writing process. How does it work for you, Todd? Because I know it's different for everyone. I think we've talked about this on a previous show, but when you write, do you get the lyrics first, or do you get the tune, or do you get a jingle? How does it work for you?
I usually sit at the piano and play out a few chords and then start humming. And then once I feel comfortable with the chord structure, I will write lyrics. And sometimes I can do that all in my head, that process without the piano. But then I like to write the lyrics. I mean, the best way to do it is to write the lyrics out. Fully, if you can, because you're kind of channeling this energy, and to sort of get through it is helpful. So to get it all out, in one kind of swoop, so that you have a cohesive song. Sometimes it's broken up, but and you just have to. I mean, honestly, when you write words, they reflect something about your life. I always find that there's a very specific subject in every song I write. That there's something consistent, even about the lyrics. Even when you're creating, it's hard to sort of like say it's hard to sort of comment on something constantly. I guess you have to be conscious. It's good to be conscious of your songwriting. That's how you grow. And like you said, when you get better at performing, you also get better at songwriting. And it's a muscle. It's definitely a muscle that you have to flex. And
I think that anything you do, the more you do, the better you get, because your confidence grows, as you do it. But I think that can have an adverse effect as well. I think some people become very arrogant with their performance because they think they're kind of too good, almost too good for it. So whilst it's great to be confident, I think you have to still remain grounded, Humble,
humility. Humility is important, I think, in all facets of life.
And I get that. I this is just what I get from listening to your songs. I get that they're about like a particular person.
Really?
Yeah.
Which person?
No,
do
I
you
don't
think
mean
that
me. I'm talking about your partner. When I listen to the songs, it's kind of like you're. For me, it's like you're saying how you feel. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Some people say that their songs are like nada speak, like they're about nothing and nobody. But it just comes across to me that you're singing to Brett. Am I wrong?
Well, I think there are certain songs that are kind of based on my relationship. Like "Told My Story" is a song that is kind of about our relationship. But songs like "Strangers to the Feeling" and "Go For It" are much more about myself and about my my own internal struggle and pursuit of my dreams and goals and not giving in. That's a big topic for me. Is like perseverance.
And it's really hard not to give up because let's face it, this road is a very harrowing road, and you don't you don't get a lot of respite with it. You've always got to be doing something. If you're not marketing yourself, you've got to be writing a new song. If you're not writing a new song, you've got to be working on an album, or there's always something to be done.
Absolutely, it's and not like being in the beginning stages of it as I am. It's I'm doing everything. I have this reality show that I filmed. It's like it's short. It's like 4 minutes, and it's called the Road to Pop. Todd Michael calls the Road to Pop Stardom, and I did an episode with my brother, and I had this idea to flyer people and to hand out pamphlets on my music, and it was fun. It looks great. It's on YouTube. You can check it out. But I think I need to get people to listen to the music, and that's why I'm excited about this show. And hopefully people listen to this and get to hear the songs because it's not enough. People need to hear that I have a reason to want to be a pop star, which is the music. It's the music. Music is why song, right?
And talking of the music, let's play another song from your album. This is called "Fall Across the Sky." Do you want to give a little bit of a lead-in for it?
Yeah, "Fall Across the Sky" is like an electro song, and it's set in sections, and every time the chorus comes in, it's meant to sort of signify like being swept away by by reality. So, "Fall Across the Sky."
Absolutely. This is "Fall Across the Sky" by Todd Michael Schultz from the album Good Vibes. Go for it. Go for it. I've been out, I wanna spend some time. Now you've been away, and for me to come and shut it down. I ain't waiting around any longer. I ain't looking out of my fears, just making my way as I say this here. With my head and my heart alive. Now I'm out and I'm feeling fine, thinking I could stand up to the test of time, and I saw you, and you caught my eye. Go for it, go for it. Feel the way you move. Go for it, go. All right, I'm sorry. It seems that it's labeled that wrong. I just played the same song twice. So instead, we're gonna listen to "Right Here Waiting" by Todd Michael from the album Good Vibrations. My apologies for that. Have nothing but trouble with this Blog Talk system, so my apologies. This is "Right Here Waiting" by Todd Michael. I'm waiting and waiting. I swore I'd be patient. I swore that I'd never become too the victim.
You knew me so well, but really not at all. I won't let it stay this way. I will always be right here waiting. I will always be right here waiting, right here praying, right here standing ground. I will always be right here waiting, right here waiting. I travel the distance and fall through resistance, and here I am fighting still today. I've talked and I've told you the moments they pass much too quickly to tell you what to say. I just don't know how. You knew me so well, but really not at all. I won't let it stay this way. I will always be right here waiting. I'll always be right here waiting, right here praying, right here standing proud. I will always be right here waiting, right here waiting. Oh, how the moments pass you by. I realize you're spending all my time. I won't let it stay this way. I will always be right here waiting. I'll always be right here waiting, right here praying, right here standing proud. I will always be right here waiting, right here waiting. I will always be right here waiting. I'll always be right here waiting, right here praying, right here standing proud. I will always be right here waiting.
That was Right Here Waiting from the album Good Vibrations by Todd Michael Schultz. Sorry about that, Todd. Sometimes when you load up the songs to the system, it kind of when you label them, it just doesn't do it right sometimes. So I am sorry about that. We will play Fall Across the Sky as the next song.
Awesome.
So let's talk a little bit about the marketing side of things. Now, for me, I find that really I would love to for someone to do that for me, but I have to kind of do it all. So what issues are you finding around then?
What were you saying? What have I been doing for marketing?
Yeah.
I made several videos. I've really built up my YouTube channel as much as I can. I've just been working on music videos. I thought they were a good marketing tool. That's kind of the, I don't know. I really enjoyed them. I had a couple. I had one featured on the Huffington Post. I had one featured in the Noon and Next with that article I mentioned earlier. I did the reality show and passing out flyers. I mean, I think what I'm starting to gather is you really just have to do it, whatever it is. There is no one way of marketing an act. It's you have to envision it and you have to go for it. Just like the song says, go for it. Go for it.
And I think that the thing is that inevitably you end up having to do it yourself. No matter what anybody says they're going to do for you, you're still going to end up having to do it yourself. Because when you don't have a company behind you or management or someone that's going to kind of, actually do it for you, you've got to do it yourself.
Exactly. I mean, and you have, if you want to do it, you have to do it. If it's your dream, you gotta get it, and you just have to have faith too, a lot of faith and a lot of courage to market yourself. You have to put yourself out there and sort of ask to be judged. but it's a noble goal, and it's not a lot of people get to have their dreams, and if it's what you want, and you have to just put yourself out there as much as you possibly can. That's why I'm doing this podcast.
Absolutely. All right, so let's listen to that song that we were going to listen to. Let's listen to A Fall Across the Sky by Todd Michael Schultz from the album Good Vibrations.
Promising me we can both reach another world. And you are promising me that you'll always be my girl. And then you fall across the sky. And then you fall across the sky. There you go, lying to me, whispering in my ear, telling me things I shouldn't hear, saying we could disappear. And then you fall across the sky. And then you fall across the sky. Put your hands up, put your hands. And then you fall across the sky. 'Cause you know where your chances are right. And then you fall across the sky. Go ahead, keep doing what you're doing. Don't lose track of time. I thought you and I would be over, but I was never right. And then you fall across the sky. And then you fall across the sky. Put your hands up, put your hands up. And then you fall across the sky. And then you fall across the sky. Put your hands up. And then you fall across the sky. And then you fall across the sky. Put your hands up. Put your hands up. Here you are, promising me we can both reach another world.
That was Fall Across the Sky by Todd Michael Schultz from the album Good Vibrations. Oops.
Version of the song.
That was a what? Sorry,
On the album, if you get the whole album, you can listen to the dubstep version of Fall Across the Sky too. So that's something. That's a reason to go out on the iTunes and get Good Vibrations. Todd Michael
Absolutely. Or you could call us now on 347-884-9061. That's 347-884-9061 with your questions and get your free digital copy of Good Vibrations.
We're gonna have to get Vinny that.
Yeah, absolutely. She's on Facebook, so we can track her down through there. Just a quick hi to everyone in the chat room. Hi to Joe. Hi to Shangi. Hi to Rachel. Hi to Todd. There's someone called Todd Schultz in the chat room. I wonder who that might be. Hi to the guests. Rachel saying she digs your music. Joe said that it was a nice song. And this Todd Schultz guy said he's 27.
I am the 27-year-old.
27-year-old.
Yeah.
All right, let's talk a bit about the financial side of things, because this stuff is not cheap, is it?
No, no.
Go in the studio to record shit, to put it together, to get it digitally remastered, to make the videos. It's very financially taxing, isn't it?
It is, and I'm blessed to have a supportive boyfriend and supporter, Brett Easton Ellis, who happens to also be a world-class novelist, world-famous novelist. But
you're dating Brett Easton Ellis, are you? Oh, that's fabulous.
I am.
What I want to know is why he didn't
ahead.
use one of your songs in the canyons. That's what I want to know.
I hadn't started really recording at that time, and this is another piece of advice. You need to ask in order to receive, and you need to ask the right person, and you need to ask the right question, and don't be afraid to ask. Put yourself out there, and I did not put myself out there to have anything put in the canyons, and the music was great as it was. I wasn't really recording at that time, so I wasn't too conscious. I wasn't too conscious of that possibility. It's
right. And you went to we talked about this a little on the last show, but you went to the premiere of The Canyons. I haven't seen it yet. Is it actually a movie or a TV series?
It's a movie. It's a movie.
And is it still out, or?
It's on iTunes. Get it on iTunes, The Canyons. Lindsay Lohan is the stars in it.
Because I'm dying to see La Lohan in the role. I still got this TV movie of her and Liz and Dick that I haven't seen. I mean, I'm a fan. I think she's a fabulous actress, but I think just as a human being, she ain't very good at that sometimes.
Yeah, but and I guess none of us are really. I'm not really always the best human being. I mean, you would think that if being struggling to get to where she's at, we're on this show, we're all struggling to get where she's at, and if we got there, I think hopefully we would take it more seriously. And
right.
I don't know. I don't really. She's got a lot of people trying to tell her what to do, and I'm sure that can be frustrating. I tried to tell her what to do a lot of the time, and I was just like, I don't know what I was thinking.
And she doesn't take it. I tried to put her in a cab once in a bar in New York, and she was like, "No way, I'm having fun. I'm not going home." And I was like, "Okay, whatever."
She's not. She has a good side. She does have a good side. I have to say. I think that it's just. I think she's young. She's my age, and I kind of get the flakiness of mind. And I think I don't know. It's hard to judge her too harshly because we haven't really been in her shoes. But I don't, I don't think that it's a good way to keep getting hired, by doing drugs. A great example of why not to do drugs.
Yeah. Hey, and I have to say, I have to interject this, Todd. I am her biggest champion when people like Perez Hilton attack her. Not just because I don't like Perez Hilton, but I'm the first one to stick up for her when he's attacking her, because give her a break, let her sort her shit out herself, and people bitching about her is not going to make her get her shit sorted out any quicker, is it? Let's face it.
I don't know. I mean, I don't know if she will get her shit together, but I just want my shit to get together. I don't have my shit together. So who am I to even think, to even say anything? I don't have my shit together, but it's easy to judge. It's easy to cast stones, but it's harder to focus on yourself. But she kind of invites it.
And at least she's getting, when she gets paid work, she gets good gigs. I mean, I wouldn't mind getting half the gigs that she gets, and she doesn't get that many right now. So I guess she is doing something right, because I think her acting ability is second to none. She's not as good as Xander Gibb, but she is pretty. So okay, let's listen to the next song on your list. Let's listen to Right Waiting. Give us
No, we listened to Right Here
little...
Waiting. We listened to Right Here Waiting.
What? We did. All right.
Yes.
So let's listen to Told My Story. Tell us a little bit about...
Told My Story is like a romantic comedy of songs. If you listen to the lyrics, it's very much about Brett and I. It's just very much like a playful, like me being the kind of lost, speaking of being a lost 20-something, like it's kind of me being the lost 20-something and Brett being the successful writer.
Right. Okay.
So
here it is. It's Told My Story from the album Good Vibrations by the fabulous Todd Michael Schultz.
Say I'm fine 'cause I need your time and I need you there. Say I'm right and I know you better than I know mine. When I know you better than I know why. You try to relate. Hey, you right or die like Beyonce. If you told my story, if you wrote it down, would you know the chapters and would you know how? If you told my story, how would it sound if we could hear the love come out? I say without a spine that I need your help. Tell me no, but then I beg. If I told you something, would you hold it in? If I told you nothing, what would have you try to relate? Hang you right or die like Beyonce. If you told my story, if you wrote it down, would you know the chapters and would you know how? If you told my story, how would it sound if we could hear the love come out? If you told my story, if you wrote it down, would you know the chapters and would you know how? If you told my story, how would it sound if we could hear the love come out? If we could hear the love come out. If you told my story, if you wrote it down, would you know the chapters and would you know how? If you told my story, how would it sound if we could hear the love come out? And you try to relate. Hang you right or die like Beyonce. And you try to relate. Hang you right or die like Beyonce. If you told my story, if you wrote it down, would you know the chapters and would you know how? If you told my story, how would it sound if we could hear the love come out?
Oh, yes, indeed, that was Told My Story by Todd Michael Schultz from the album Good Vibration. So, did I mishear, or do you mention Beyonce in that song?
They do. The lyric is, and you try to relate, and you ride or die like Beyonce, because Brett supporting, helping with my music is like, I consider that writing. He's just always been there. He's constantly there for me, and even when I'm really fuck up, when I really screw up. So
isn't that what partners are for? I know it's really good that he does, but that's kind of what relationships are about, isn't it? Kind of being there for someone and kind of doing whatever you can for them.
Yeah. I mean, and I'm just blessed, just blessed.
Absolutely. So tell us, we were going to talk a little about. You said you wanted to talk a little bit about opportunities and missed opportunities. What opportunities do you feel that you've missed?
Well, I feel like I've met quite a few people over my few years since I've been with Brett. Since before that, in my life, you know, like I feel like I didn't ask the right people the right questions. I felt like it's easy to, when you meet certain people, not all people are going to be able to help you, and you know, just because someone's really successful and big, they can be kind of out of your league in a way. You know, you can ask someone famous to do something for you, but what are the odds of actually getting, you know, if you're not already kind of having a major funding, you know, how can you pull in that artist? How can you pull in that celebrity to be in your music video? So I'm saying, like, so what I mean is, like, this with this upcoming horror film, and I'm, God willing, going to have 3 tracks in it. The way I got it was so simple. I just asked this person we were having dinner with, do you need music? And so for my whole life, you know, I've been missing the opportunities, and by not just doing what I love to do, and also making sure that you assert yourself at the right times, you know, which is kind of every time in a way. You want to ask, do you need music? If you want your music in a movie, and whoever you meet, you ask, do you need music? Do you need music? And then you need to. Go ahead.
I never go out without a copy of my album with me. Really, seriously.
That's probably smart.
And I think that when you do that, you see, when I go to places where I meet people, I tell everybody about my shit, about what I'm doing. You know, and my sister says, "What is this? Are we having dinner, or is it an advertisement for Xander Gibb and Xandermonium?" And I'm like, "Well, it's both." You know, it's so important.
No one else is going to do it.
No one else is going to do it. So, you know, when I talk about, you know, statistics and listenership and, you know, how well my album is doing and who I've worked with and stuff, my sister is always going, blah, 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 yeah. We've heard it all before, Zanny. Shut your face and eat your food. You've kind of...
I encourage you to continue.
Yeah, absolutely.
Xander Gibb.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm just going to get everybody to tattoo it on their eyelid, on the inside of their eyelid.
Did I mention my album, Good Vibrations, is on iTunes, by the way?
Your album, Good Vibrations, is on iTunes, really?
Yeah. I don't know if I mentioned that, but if you haven't gotten it, I would urge you to check it out. It's every time you download it, it's a huge deal to an independent artist. It's big support. I have on my website my newsletter. If you go to www.toddmichaelschultz.com, you can sign up for my newsletter, which will go out soon. It's going to just basically
tell them what the people who receive your letter, the ones who sign up, what are they referred to as?
I refer to them as storytellers, and the reason why I call them storytellers, hashtag storytellers, is because by signing up for that and by participating in my music, they're telling my story. They're helping tell my story, like the song.
Right.
You know, they're helping to write my story, and you know, it's like when if you get the One Direction album, I mean, you have less of a voice. With independent artists, you know, when you support them, you are potentially altering pop culture. You know, you're playing a role.
And the more album sales for independent artists means the more we can do to put out another album, because it all costs money. And you've got to have some coming back in to be able to spend some more. Let's face it.
Exactly. That's true. That's the truth, is that you have to get your business model down. It's a business. It's like any other, business. Getting the business model down is crucial. So
and
please.
It's very difficult to monetize any of these things, but you know, you have to be able to, when it's your kind of your bread and butter, as it were, you have to be able to monetize the things that you're doing. Okay, let's listen to your next song. This is called "I Will Hold On to You." Now, this is about Lindsay Lohan. Is that right?
No, the song is about the relationship between children and their parents.
Right. Okay, so this is I Will Hold On to You from the album Good Vibrations by the one, the only Todd Michael Schultz.
the first time you entered my life, I knew that everything was changing. All grown up, gotta be now, 'cause I can't get away from all responsibility. Keeps coming down on me, I just gotta keep my head up. More tranquility, but I see the best in me when I look in your eyes. And I owe it all to you. In the time we knew it quickly flying by, I will hold on to you, even through the tough times. I'll make sure that you're alright. I won't let you pass me by. I will hold on to you. Now at times tears fall out of my eyes. I can't decide if they're wrong or they're right. Now that you're here, I know what I've been doing all this time. Responsibility keeps coming down on me. I just gotta keep my head up. More tranquility, but I see the best in me when I look in your eyes. And I owe it all to you. In the time we knew it quickly flying by, I will hold on to you, even through the toughest times. I'll make sure that you're alright. I won't let you pass me by. I will hold on to you. In the years ahead, I'll keep you in my heart. And all trials aside, my love for you is something I will hold on to. And I owe it all to you. And I owe it all to you. And I will hold on to. And I owe it all to you. In the time we knew it quickly flying by, I will hold on to you, even through the toughest times. I'll make sure that you're alright. I won't let you pass me by. I will hold on to you.
That was I Will Hold On To You by Todd Michael Schultz from the album Good Vibrations. So, Todd, you've been working on some collaborations recently. Tell us a little bit about that.
I'm working with a very talented singer named Alina Ava, and we're recording. We recorded one song together. I think we're going to play that, and we're going to record another
We
song
are.
actually on Tuesday. This has actually never been heard before, so if you're listening, this is the only time it's been played in public.
The Xandermonium exclusive, people.
It's an exclusive, and we're both like really into. We want to express our darker side, perhaps a little bit. We kind of want to get out of the. We don't really want to make upbeat music. We want to make kind of like grittier, like homegrown music, and kind of like from the heart, and sort of express the struggle. I mean, honestly, it's all about the struggle. The struggling is interesting because being a pop star begets inspiration. Like just going for it is going to lead to some sort of struggle, and you're going to want to write about it. And I think we did with the track "Hold On." We wrote about just kind of more of a life, like the life struggle, but it's a really awesome track. I'm really proud of it, and I think Alina is too.
So, any chance of a collaboration with Thea, the girl who sang Titanium?
I don't know. I mean, I would love that. Obviously, she is quite talented, and she's also a really good person, and she's really she's supportive, a very supportive person, and God willing, from your lips to see his ears.
Yeah, definitely. She has a fabulous voice. I love that song. I think I mentioned to you, I recently found like a lower key version, acoustic version of Titanium, and tried to sing it. And even though it's still pretty hard to sing, it's a freaking great track. It really is.
It is.
A well written song. And I've never heard anything else that she's done, but it's funny how you hear one track from someone and it's good, and you kind of wanna hear more. Sometimes you're disappointed, but I think mostly you're like, wow, this is great. You know, you kind of get a similar quality in the rest of the things that they're doing. Let's have a listen to the track "Hold On" that you did with Alina. Is it Alina Ava, did you say?
Yeah, Alina Ava. Yeah, you can look her up on Facebook.
Absolutely. That's Alina Ava. This is a duet with Todd Michael Schultz, and it's called Hold On, and it goes a little bit like this.
Mountains can crumble, the weight of the world. You're shrugging shoulders like you don't see consequence. The devil's an angel digging through dirt. You're screaming letters 'cause your mind can form the word. Show me how am I supposed to keep on giving. Show me how am I supposed to keep the faith. Playing with fire, don't hold your breath. The music goes louder, loud enough to drown you out. My reasons are simple, your presence is cold. The storm's forming, you're about to let me down. Show me how am I supposed to keep on giving. Show me how am I supposed to keep the How can you stay here like it's nothing new? How can you reach in if you can't see my soul? Hold on, hold on, hold on. Hold on, hold on. Mountains can crumble, the weight of the world.
Well, that was Hold On by Todd Michael Schultz with a duet with Alina Ava from the album Good Vibrations.
Oh, that one's
She
not on
has
the album.
Oh, it's not on the album. I beg
It's
your
actually not
pardon.
even. It's not even out for release. It's not even released yet. So
I
that
think
was
she has an amazing voice. You actually sound so good together.
She's incredible.
Was she doing other stuff, or what? Where did you find?
I found her on Craigslist actually, but we just wanted to do a project together, and she's got such a great voice. I couldn't pass it up.
She's amazing. She puts me in mind a little bit of have you heard of the '90s artist called Olive?
I can't say I have.
She sang this song called "One Way Love Will Be a Miracle." She's a British artist, but she has that like deeper tone, like a kind of like a deeper kind of edge to her voice. So, are you planning to do some more songs with her, or is this the only?
We're
one?
actually going in the studio on Tuesday to record a new song that we wrote.
Brilliant. And did you write "Hold On" together, or did you just write it?
No, we wrote it together. We wrote it side by side. It was a great experience. Writing with somebody really brings out the best.
Yeah, I think you really got something there that was good. Do you think would you be averse to kind of I'm a solo artist, but I'm quite happy to work with other people. Would you work with someone else like all the time, or do you still want to kind of like be a solo artist?
Me and Alina are really considering going out together on a project, and I think that I'd love to do that. I'm not opposed to anything. I'm not opposed to duet. I love duetting. Someone's saying that Xander wants to duet with me, and I should be getting the hint. That's in the works.
It's funny, Rachel, because it's in the works. We're gonna write a song and do a song together. She's also saying that Alina Ava has got quite a few things on YouTube, so check her out. I know I will be doing after the show to see what other stuff she's been doing as well. I'm laughing at Rachel going, get the hint.
Funny.
So, where do you see? What's next for you? I know you talked about doing another collaboration with Alina, but what's next for you? Are we gonna see some live performances? What does the future hold for you, like the immediate future?
I'm really working on getting my music licensed and put into like TV shows and movies. I'm really looking forward to this film. I shouldn't talk about it because it hasn't been finalized, but I did write these original tracks for a horror movie that's coming out, and they're mixing it right now. So I don't really know which ones they're going to use, but I'm hoping that I'll have a few songs featured on the soundtrack. In fact, "Good Vibrations," the title track on my EP, is actually up for placement in the film. So,
brilliant.
I'm praying for that.
We're gonna hear. Sorry, go on.
I'm praying for that. I'm just crossing my fingers.
Well, I think once you've had a song in a hit movie, I'm always trying to get my product placed. I had some people on a couple of weeks ago from a TV show that's coming out in the UK. And I was kind of trying to get them to use my music and yours and Ty's. Because the funny thing is that I'm very unselfish with my marketing. When I get a foot in the door, I get everybody else in too. Because that's just the way that I roll. But it looks like Shangi is calling, so let's bring Shangi on the line. Hey, Shangi, how you doing?
Hey, how you guys doing?
What's up, Shangi? How you doing, man?
Just listening to the show there. Yeah, your music reminds me of early 90s dance music. That's the kind of vibe I'm getting, yeah. Yeah,
that's cool. I think someone compared me to Erasure at one point, which I think is great. So, thank you. I'm very inspired by the 90s.
What's this horror movie that your tracks might be featured on?
The movie's called Girl House.
I like the title.
Yeah, no, it's about girls in a house that they do streaming porn. And
I like it already.
I think there's a slasher, some sort of killer about. And
you say a slasher or a flasher?
A slasher.
Oh, a slasher.
A slasher.
So obviously, I'm telling you guys all that I'm jumping the gun and I'm talking about it before I should, but that's just what happens when you go on Xandermonium.
Absolutely, yeah. We have this way of getting you talking. You know, that's the hook line. That's the hook line for the show. So what's going on with you, Shangi? Are you still doing your radio shows?
Well, I was doing the live streaming YouTube shows on my YouTube channel. I had Jake on my show. I had Johnny on my show, but something happened, a glitch with YouTube. That video disappeared. And I've done some more interviews with men's rights people. And while I was talking to a comedian, Sarah Boyles, and I've been trying to get her on, she called into AVFM radio once, and they kind of didn't let her talk, so I thought I'd get her the chance to say what she wanted to say on my show. So
how did you find the live streaming via YouTube? I know lots of people are doing that now. We've been considering doing that with Xandermonium. How did you find the quality? Was it good?
Actually, yeah, it's surprisingly good. I mean, you know, I never really got into the whole Google Hangout thing until somebody else showed me.
Right.
Another popular YouTuber that I have falling out with. So
there you go, Todd. That's the way forward. We need to next time we do a show, we need to do a Google Hangout, and we need to do some live performing on the Google Hangout. What do you reckon?
I agree. I actually was looking into that, but I got dissuaded actually from doing that. But I really want to do that. That would be awesome.
Yeah, maybe you could possibly do the Blog Talk thing at the same time as doing a live
like
Google stream.
Yeah. That is. Although I'm going away from Blog Talk, I'm actually I've actually got the software, but I just need to get it set up so I can actually transmit live from my website. But I can do that in tandem with the live Hangouts thing, because I know lots of people do that too. But it certainly is the way forward. I don't know how good it's going to be for performance quality, but I think that if it goes to a mixing board, it should be pretty good.
Yeah. Also, it depends on how good your system is too, because I noticed when I tried to do it the first time with Johnny, my system was really slow and it did the robot voice thing. There was a lot of delay, and so then I had to clean my system up, and then I brought Johnny back in the next day. I had my friend Stizer in the room with me as my test bitch, and he just kind of stayed and hung out. You have to do a couple of test shows to get used to it. But I definitely think we should try that, Todd. We should check it out and see how it works, and maybe try some kind of like live simultaneous performance.
Let's plan it out.
Performance.
Well, how would you like to be a guest on my show sometime?
I'd love it, man. Yeah.
You coming on here to steal my guests or what?
I'll put my email in the chat room if you want to contact me.
Sure.
Great.
Absolutely. I'm happy to share, Todd.
I have a question for Xander, but it'd be cool if you come on too.
Yeah, no, I'd love to.
I would love to come. You let me know, and I will be happy to come and guest on your show. So even though you're not kind of doing music, Shangi, there's obviously this road to. Go on.
Actually, on my channel, I do these rap videos that are the parody kind of rap videos. Right.
Kind of like what's his name? I was going to say Farley Jack Master Funk. What's the guy that twists everything around? Can't think of his name.
Weird Al Yankovic.
Weird Al Yankovic. That's the one I'm trying to think of. So you're doing music stuff as well. So what kind of barriers are you facing? What kind of barriers are you coming up against? We just talked about like the transmission issues and stuff, but do you think it's kind of hard to get people to listen to you and take you seriously when you're not like a household name?
Well, I think the thing is I'm not trying to be taken seriously. That's the beauty of it. I never claimed to be a real rapper or anything. You know, I don't even like rap. It's just a joke. You know, I hate rap. I hated it. I was a rock and roll guy going to school and all that. And I don't know. I watched this documentary one day called Beefs, about the beefs these rappers have, and I just found the concept fucking hilarious. Two guys bitching about each other in a rhyming scheme. That's hilarious.
I'll have to check that out.
Well, yeah, we can't take you seriously, Shangy, when you're sending pictures of your schlong to everybody. I mean, it's very difficult to take you serious.
That's when you gotta take me seriously, because that thing is a thing of beauty. It's like I should have that thing bronzed and put up on display in a museum, because I'm just a fucking god, man.
Wow.
Okay, well, listen. So much for calling and telling us how wonderful your penis is.
Well, you're
Shangy,
welcome.
Forward to coming on your show in the future.
Yeah, my email's in there.
Yeah, feel free, contact Todd and arrange to have him on your show, and you know how to get me. Just send me another dick pic.
No.
All right.
Oh, okay.
Thanks, Shangy.
All right. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, take care, man.
That was the fabulous Shangy. We're coming to the end of the show now, so let's play the. I'm sorry, I'm laughing because he's really funny, and he has this radio voice as well that he kind of like that he puts on, which always kind of cracks me up. Let's find the track. This is the title track to your album, Todd. It's Good Vibrations. Just tell us a little bit about the song.
It's Good Vibrations is just summer. I really wrote it to be like a fun summer song. I wrote it at the beginning of the summer, and summer's over, but the Good Vibrations can continue with this track, hopefully, And kind of there's somewhat of an allusion to the Beach Boys song, which is an epic pop song.
This is Good Vibrations by Todd Michael Schultz from the album Good Vibrations.
Feel that liberation.
that was Good Vibrations, the title track from Todd Michael Schultz' debut album, Good Vibrations. I like that tune, Todd. It's very catchy. It's kind of, after you've heard it a couple of times, it's one of those you can join in with.
Good Vibrations?
Yep.
You like the section you said?
I like the what?
What did you say? You like the third? Were you talking about the third section?
No. I said it's catchy.
Oh, it's catchy. Yeah, no. I thought so too. That's why I wanted to record it. Right when I wrote it, I was like, got to record this one.
Absolutely. So we're coming to the last section of the show now, and as we haven't played a game, I thought we'd do some quick fire questions. But I changed the usual set of quick fire questions because you had them last time. So this could be very interesting. Are you ready to play Xandermonium quick fire questions?
Absolutely.
Alrighty. So question number 1: which gay porn star do you associate with?
I don't know. Gay porn star? I don't know. I don't really know. I don't know. A huge on porn. Next question.
You don't watch gay porn and you're gay? Okay, right.
No, I just
Go on.
What?
All right, next question. Moving swiftly on. Curry or pasta?
Curry.
Okay. Little Kim and Nicki Minaj are drowning. When you take your foot off Lil Kim, Nicki Minaj's head, no. Who you have one spare life belt? Who gets it, Lil Kim or Nicki Minaj?
Lil Kim gets it. I gotta say,
Good.
Nicki. She's making some pretty good jams lately.
All right. Favorite TV talk show host?
Ricky Lake.
Ricky Lake. Very interesting. All right. Michael Jackson or Prince?
Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson.
Michael Jackson every single time. Which 3 politicians, living or dead, would you invite to dinner, and what would you serve?
Politicians?
Yeah.
I love Obama. I mean, I'm a big supporter of President Obama. I think he's a very eloquent dude, and so him, Bill Clinton, and Jimmy Carter, and they're all alive.
What would you serve?
Flat iron chicken.
Why flat iron chicken?
Because it's delicious. Because it's delicious. That's why.
Okay. That just made me 10 times more hungry now. All right. Mac or PC?
Mac.
Chinese food or Italian food?
Italian.
Favorite movie?
Dog Day Afternoon.
And you're not saying the Canyons? Wow.
The Canyons.
All right. Did you hear that, Brett? I had to prompt him to say the Canyons. Kick him out, dude. All right. Terminator or Star Trek?
Terminator.
Ozzy Osbourne or Gene Simmons?
Gene Simmons.
Oof, okay. Lindsay Lohan or Amanda Bynes?
Amanda Bynes. No, Lindsay Lohan. I like them both. I'm bad at this game.
What?
I'm not doing great at this game. I'm sorry. I mean, they're different. Lindsay's intense. Amanda Bynes is intense too.
The whole point is you're supposed to like.
I know. Amanda Bynes. She's from near where I grew up.
Okie dokie. Right. Walking Dead or Breaking Bad?
Walking Dead.
And that was the last question in our quick fire. Everybody does the same thing. Everybody kind of wants to expand on the answer.
You're not supposed to. I'm embarrassed.
No, I mean you can. Rachel just said meth or marijuana. That's hilarious. Yeah, most people kind of want to give you a very descriptive answer, but it's supposed to just be like wham bam, and it's supposed to say a lot about who you are. So our psychiatrist is analyzing your answers as we speak, and we will send you the results. Now, as we're at the end of the show, Todd, I want you to tell people a little bit about where they can find you, where your Facebook is, where your Twitter is, your website address, all of those things.
Website address is www.toddmichaelschultz.com. ToddMichaelSchultz.com. My Twitter is at Todd Mike Schultz. It's MIKE, Mike. My Facebook, look me up Todd Michael Schultz, and you can go on my YouTube, Todd Michael Music, and the YouTube channel. I have a bunch of music videos up there for a lot of the songs that you heard today, and I really appreciate the support. Thank you, Rachel, and thank you, Joan, I think, right?
Joe.
Jill?
Joe.
Joe.
Joe. J-O.
Joe. Thank you so much, Joe. I will say no to meth, and thank you for listening and supporting, and please tell your friends. Please get the word out. The Road to Pop Stardom is not one travels alone. I need people. If you hear the music and you like it, spread it around, spread it everywhere, and I hope that you can hear a lot more from me in the future.
Absolutely. Well, listen, Todd, it's been great to have you on the show again. I'm sure you'll be back with us in the not-too-distant future. I wish you every luck with your career, and I look forward to seeing you on some award show saying, I know that guy, he's my friend.
Yeah, you'll be able to when I get those awards.
When you're at the VMAs, yeah, I'll be spoiled for choice. I'll either be going to collect an award myself, or going with you, or going with Ty. So either way, I'm gonna be there. So thanks so much for joining me today. The fabulous Todd Michael Schultz. Thanks so much, Todd.
Thank you, Xander. Take care. Thanks, everyone.
You have a great week.
Bye. I will. Larry.
Well, that was the fabulous Todd Michael Schultz. Check out his album, Good Vibrations. Thanks for joining us today. Thanks to everyone in chat. Thanks to Rachel. Thanks to Shangi. Thanks to this dude called Todd Schultz, whoever he is. Thanks to the guests. And thank you to you for listening. I really appreciate the fact that you all keep coming back week after week, and that you actually really care. Thanks a lot, and goodbye, and I love you all.
Life, it has been good to me this time around. Things were never bound to change when it was found. Sure